Hey, good morning, afternoon and evening my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady and welcome into this evening's live. Great, so we got two girls that have popped in already and that is our cheeky Silver Wings. Now she has had to run off to go and get some milk. What was it? She needs to pop to the shop. She didn't want to miss anything, so she'll keep it up and she'll catch us in a minute. She needs her milk and coffee. Go get it, girl. Go get it. We'll hopefully still be here when you get back, right? And then who else have we got? We got our cheeky Kath. She's popped in with it. Eek! I just love that picture of Liam. Now, stupidly, I left my tablet in the other room, so I will go and grab that in a moment so that I can show you Liam's photo shoot from midnight on Sunday evening, Monday morning, depending on how you look at it. Because I was in the midst of making that cheeky hat that he is wearing, and I needed to get photos, or should I say I wanted to get photos, and I've sussed out that with Liam, he likes to pose on blankets, or should I say he won't get off them, so you have no choice. You have to take photos, give him a treat and chuck some outside so he goes in the garden. But it was just before he was going to go to bed, and I've managed to stick this hat on his head and it stayed on. And he didn't throw it off straight away, which I was really chuffed about. So I got a good couple of little pictures, so I'll show them to you shortly. I'll wait until a couple more girls come in, because otherwise they'll miss out if they don't come back and watch the replay. Okay, so let's see what you girls have been saying. Kathy's saying milk and coffee are definitely essentials. Sabrina's in the house. She's saying hello to me and hello to everybody else and speaking some French. Kathy's saying hello to Sabrina and responding in French. Those two love doing that to me. Completely confuses me. I recognise about two words, if that. Katrina is saying hi to everybody and everybody is saying hello back. Knitting Purple has sneaked in with her evening Angela, Silver, Kath, Katrina and Sabrina. So welcome in Purple. Nice to see you here again, darling. It's actually nice to be back. I had about a month off of not having lives, just solely because my brain wasn't working at all in the slightest. Hello Susan, welcome in darling. She's saying hello Angela, hello everybody, and everybody is saying hello to everybody else. Right, in response to how have I been, I've not been too bad, but I had a bit of a reset back with my COVID symptoms, my post-COVID symptoms, and one of them is the brain, the other one is the mouth, and the other one is just sitting on the sofa and staring at the telly. Don't ask me what I've been watching. Don't ask me what I've been crocheting half the time. My brain just completely shuts down. It reminds me of those little, of when I was at school in infants and juniors and I was stuck in the corner with a pointy hat on and just looking at the wall because I never did my work. So my teacher used to put me in the corner because she was like, well, it's pointless teaching you because you're not going to learn anything. But then that was down to being dyslexic and them not knowing how to handle me and how to work with someone with dyslexia. Once a new teacher came in and he realised I was dyslexic, he worked with me and boink, all of a sudden I could read and do my work. Shame the other teachers hadn't bothered before him. Susan's asking, have I finished cutting down the bushes in the garden yet? That patch of garden that I showed you is just the length of one of the walls of the house, and those bushes are on the outside of the property. They run down the side of the house, and they're actually meant to be maintained by the local estate, and but at least that's what we thought until we read the small print when we bought the property. In the legal pack it said that we had to maintain the grass verges and those bushes along the side, which means that we have to get shot of, and we have to cut them, of course, maintain them, and then get rid of all of the rubbish. Now, I weren't going to pay out for a council bin when they only pick it up every fortnight when they can be bothered. When we first moved in here, we paid for a year's worth of bin collection for the brown waste, and I was phoning up the council every single week saying they haven't picked it up, and it was literally every week they haven't picked it up. In the end, the bin men came round and said, look, that's gone mushy, yucky, they're not going to want, I don't know what to do with it. I can't exactly scoop it out and stick it in my car and take it down the tip. I said, I've paid for it. So they put that waste into the back of the normal bin lorry basically, and said, we'll fill it up again and we'll see if they pick it up the following week. So that's what I did, and in total the bin men emptied it twice and the brown waste guys never picked it up. And although I phoned every week, I never got a refund, never got anything back. So the following year I decided I wasn't going to bother, and we haven't done that since. And luckily for me, the kid is the youngest, who's not quite young anymore, she turned 17 now. She's her school is up near a tip. So it's a recycling waste one, so I can shove it all in the back of the car, take it down the tip, and or take it to Scott to do the school run, pick her up, go down the tip and make her dump it in the bins. So far I'm 1/3 of the way through. On the video that I showed you a fortnight ago, there was a couple of bushes in front of one of the first window. Those bushes have now gone, and I'm just clearing the second window. But we've had, the weather's been strange. It's been raining one second and beautiful sun the next, and I can only normally put in about 2 to 3 hours a day on it anyway. So it's long going, and I've had the weekend off. It was a posh weekend, so I've had it off and I'll have to start it again. Possibly tomorrow if the weather holds out, because every time I go to do it, there's thunderstorms. It's like the weather's reading my moods at the moment, so apologies to anyone if you live locally and you keep getting wet. I'm being a bit of a weather witch. As I know, not finished, not by a long shot. There's 10 bags of clippings to take down the tip tomorrow. There might even be more. I lost count in the end. Right, so we got 4 viewers in at the moment. Girls, if you could do me a big fat favour, if you haven't already, could you please hit the thumbs up button, and hopefully then it will start notifying some of our other crazies. So everyone's still saying hello to everybody. Susan's popped in with, yeah, the weather's been horrible. Today has been quite good. It was beautiful earlier, until I thought, oh, I'll put some washing out. Thankfully, I didn't actually get around to putting the load on. I only thought about doing some washing. It was beautifully hot. Liam's been laying in the lounge going, it's too hot, what's going on, type thing. He's got like a cool mat, and he rests his head on our fireplace surround that we've got, because that's extra cold. So he likes laying there anyway. And yeah, so beautiful sun. Picked up my daughter sort of lunchtime-ish. We had lunch, and then I was like, right, I'll go and do some washing. I walked into the kitchens and the rain just started hitting the windows, and I was like, okay, let's close the windows and forget about the washing. I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, so Spring's in. She's saying hi to everybody. Hello, darling. Kath is saying that she's had a lot of rain in the last few days, but it's good because spring has been too dry so far. Everybody is saying hello to Spring. Spring is saying she's so sleepy at the moment. I'm trying to think whereabouts you are, Spring. What time is it in whatever country you're in? I'm sorry, my brain for remembering everything today is just not happening. Thank you ever so much, Katrina, for hitting the like button. Right, give me 30 seconds, gang. I'm going to go and get my tablet so I can show you some really cheeky photos. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. As I said, my brain is not completely working at the moment. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm sleepy. Done the like button. Hi, Kath. Hi, hi, hi. It's 2:45 p.m. and she is in America. Sweet. So have you had a busy day today, have you, Spring? Or do you work shifts or something? Or is it just one of them days? And Kathy's saying, well, I've been waiting for the live to start. I was looking at Liam all the time. And there you are for 9 minutes already. Oh, Kath, I thought you was already in, you lunatic. Oh, dear. Yeah, I've been live for a whole 9 minutes. Kath's been chatting away thinking I was nowhere to be seen. I hate it when that happens. It doesn't always auto-load. That happened with me with Reggie on Sunday when she was auctioning off her shawls. I had two devices going, and I was waiting for it to just go ping, and it didn't, and I had to refresh, and I'm like, oh, I missed about, what was it, about 10-15 minutes. Okay, Kat saying hi to Spring. Spring saying farm life, storms took out trees and fences. So they've repaired and cut trees all weekend. Oh, busy. If you get bored, I've got some trees out the side of the house. Sabrina is saying she doesn't do abbreviations. What is WTH? Who are you responding to there, Sabrina? Because it might just, if it's something I've written, it's probably with WITH, because I just missed the letter out. So Kath has said, so if I'd said anything to her, she'd missed it. Sorry. Don't worry, babe. I responded to your comments out loud, basically. It's just a case of catch up on 9 minutes if you're really interested later. As long as you're on proper time with us now, we'll be fine. 90 acres of fences. Ouch. That is a lot of fences to check over. Are they holding any animals or anything in? Or are they just fences for dividing your land against your neighbours? Oh, I'm in a nosy mood tonight, aren't I? Wrong button. Okay, so Sabrina was now chatting French with Kath. I'm still not, there's no chance of me learning it. Oh, Mercy, I know that one. Let's thank you. That's about it for me. Right, where are we? The Liam photos. Okay, so to the girls that have just come in, I was working on something over the weekend, and it's going to be my next pattern release. I'll show it to you in a little bit later if we get a couple of more people in. And it will also be a tutorial on the channel at some point once I finish it. I've got quite a bit left to go. It's going to take me a couple more hours, I think, to do it. Right, so let me see. Spring is saying 90 acres of fencing, keeping cows out and horses in. The bears are crawling over them, don't help. Toe rags. So Kathy's saying, laugh out loud, keeping cow out, why are they being punished? And Sabrina is saying, oh, she's intrigued. Okay, so this may not be the best way of me showing it to you, but I'm sorry to say it's all I've got at the moment. Hey, Dark, you made it in. Welcome in, darling. Right, okay. So, as I was saying, there's a new pattern coming out soon. There will be a tutorial on the channel as well, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the written pattern will be available on Ravelry tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Don't ask me what time, because I've got to finish the tutorial so I can put the links in the pattern for the tutorial videos. So it's a case of finishing the tutorial, uploading it to YouTube, and getting the links and stuff from YouTube to then stick it into the pattern, hyperlink it, and then I'll be able to save the pattern as a PDF and then put it over onto Ravelry. Okay, so here is a Liam modelling it at midnight Sunday. Hold on, I've got the wrong screen up. There we go. Oh. So that was photo number 1. Now normally he won't have anything on his head at all in the slightest. So the fact that he was laying there and he just let me plonk it on his head, and I literally just went plop. Quick, stay, take photo. So fingers crossed. So there is a photo number 2. This is my fave. It's just a shame that the lighting was a bit off. He's a bit of a mad hatter. And then the last one is Mr. Super Cute, which was of course the screen for today's live. So, and that is Cheeky Liam. Now the pattern is called, as I said, my brain is really not in gear at the moment. Is it going to open? Yep, there we go. Oh dear, wrong thing altogether. Right, so it is my... Oh, come on, girl, get your brain in gear. Just hit a reset. There we go. Right, so the pattern is called the Pride Bucket Hat. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll show you that in a moment. If you haven't spotted it already, I'm going to be quite shocked. Because it is in the background. So let's have a look how far you got. Right, so Spring was saying that the cows are her neighbours, but they like her grass and water better. And the neighbour's grass is always taller. That's like mine. Mine shot up, and it's like I cut it one week, I look back out 5-6 days later and it's back up where it was. I like winter just solely because it doesn't grow and I don't have to cut it. Kathy's saying, oh, Liam's just so stinking cute. Purple's saying the grass is always greener on the other side. Everybody's saying hello to everybody again. And we got some more cutes and some R's. Spring is saying, Purple, the problem is they always she always has grass. Kathy's saying hi Spring, and she loves the hat, and absolutely I love the shawl. Right, for the shawl, I've written in the description box of the video, in the live today, in the description box down there is a link that takes you over to the pattern. Now the written pattern is by Pippi Poppycock, which is, I can remember that, and the video tutorials are by It's Crochet O'Clock. Oh my gosh, I remembered it without having to cheat. That's a first for me, getting both of them at the same time. So that is the tutorial is by It's Crochet O'Clock, and the pattern is by Pippi Poppycock. Now it is actually meant to have a fringed border, but I ran out of yarn. It's also meant to be longer by 3 more rows, but I ran out of yarn. So that was it. I was playing yarn chicken at the end, to the point where the couple of squares in there that I'd mucked up, I cut out, because it's a join as you go, so it's quite forgiving like that. If you notice that you've mucked up a couple of rows back, you can cut them out and then redo them. So I had 2 that I'd mucked up way back when I started it 3 years ago. So I'd cut those out, saved the yarn just in case, because I was thinking, well, I can use that on as the fringing, so it doesn't matter too much. but I ended up using it so I could finish the border. Forget the fringing. Yep, so the links for the shawl that's over my shoulder here are in the description box and down below. So Spring is saying she loves the rainbow bucket hat. Hey, she spotted it. And Susan saying, yes, the shawl is gorgeous. Okay, Knitting Purple. This, as I said, is the Pride, and it's based off of the original Pride Pride hat, which is all-inclusive. Not Pride hat, sorry, a Pride flag, which is all-inclusive as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, if you wanted to, you could make it in the 3 colours for the transgender flag as well, and the choice is yours really. I wanted to do something a bit crazier than what I would normally do, because quite a lot of my stuff is quite muted. It is definitely not as in your face as this one. Spring is saying she was eyeballing that and it's gorgeous. I'm assuming you're talking about the shawl, because I must admit I love that shawl. I did show it on Sunday's Whips, Bits and Chat, girls. So if you haven't had a chance to pop over and watch Sunday's Whips, Bits and Chat, I suggest you do, because it's an announcement video as much as anything else. Susan, there is a whole story about yarn and how much of an aggro that was, because I only did 10 rows, not 13. And I was playing yarn chicken. I managed to get that much done with 400 grams of DK Aldi yarn. I have to say it like that, because over here some of the Aldi yarns, one thickness. You've got, what was it, the one that I use all the time, which is the Pato Everyday DK. That is a decent, that is what I would call a DK. And then you've got the Aldi, which is thinner, and then you've got the, my brain is not working for it today, Stylecraft. Now the Stylecraft is thinner than the Aldi, so it's sort of, there's 3 different thicknesses straight off. So that's why when I make something, normally I'll tell you what yarn I'm using, so that if you're trying to do some sort of a match, hopefully you'll get one that's the same thickness. And if I can, I will say to you, oh, it's like so and so from this country, that country, or the other. So I've got a couple of brands of what was it, Mandelas and things like that, from Lion brand, and a couple of balls of yarn from Australia from years ago. So I try to match it up that way. So I'll say to you, oh, it's like so and so yarn from Spotty over in Australia, and it's like Mandela blah 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 one for the weight, just so that you know the thickness. But at the moment I'm trying not to do patterns that much that are sort of my own actual patterns that are too sized, if you get what I mean. So you can adjust it if you need to get the size you want, which is why quite a lot of my written patterns have tutorials that go alongside them, or at least now I'm using the Stitch a Week squares as my tension squares, so that, you know, if you are picking a pattern out of the shop and you'll see the link, to the Stitch a Week square, and then if you make that Stitch a Week square using the yarn that you want to use for the item, you'll be able to judge whether you've got the appropriate size or not, and whether your hook and your yarn are going to work the same as it does for me. Right, I was gas bagging for a while there. Let's have a quick look at what else have you said. Oh right, yeah, so did I tell you it was 400 grams? That's only because I bought it thinking it would be loads, and this is way back when I first started, before I started the channel. I'd only been crocheting for about 4 or 5 months or something stupid, and I saw it, wanted to make it, so jumped straight in, and I only had this one pack of 400 grams, and I've spent, what, 2-3 years trying to find a colour match. I gave up. That's it, I've given up. I love the shawl, it's just not got fringing, and I wanted the fringing the same colour as the actual shawl itself. It is a really nice, it is quite a nice length, Kath. But as I said, it's meant to have fringing, and the fringing is meant to sort of, I think it's got to be from like there down. So it was going to be really long. So it meant it was going to, when I wrapped myself, it was going to touch my knees, which was going to be perfect. Because of course I'm 5'8", so I'm really tall. So quite a lot of the time shawls that I make aren't long enough for me, but that one was like, it will be, because I can add some more to it. I can add extra rows. At the beginning I was planning to actually do 15 to 20 extra rows. I wouldn't have needed it, would I? But then that was my thinking when I ordered the 12 extra balls of mint green from Aldi, and that turned out to be the wrong shade of green. Hold on, I can show you actually. Because I got the top that I made with the newer mint green, and as you can see, this is actually a lot brighter than what it's showing up on camera. It looks more like this green in person than a bluey green. Flipping horrible, that one. Let me see, where'd you get? Katrina is saying it is bucketing it down where she is. It did start doing that, and we had a couple of bangs and crashes from the sky, but it's sort of stopped now. It's overcast and it's going dark and manky, but it's not hammering down or anything at the moment. Kathy's saying it would also be a perfect St. Patrick's hat, by the way. Yeah, it would be actually, wouldn't it? It's quite a nice pattern. Hold on, right, I've got to do it like this, because like I'm not the best at wearing hats, not by a long shot. Nothing ever really works with me. Okay, there we go, there's the back. There you go. As I said, right, there we go. Right, okay, so this is the Pride Bucket hat. Okay, now, yes, you've got a really chunky brim, and if you look there, I don't know if you can see it, you've got all of the colours of the flag coming out in order. Okay, and then of course we've got the colours of the flag running, oh, that way, running round. And it all matches up as well, so I'm super cool. There is no double rows of colour. So it was one of these, the pattern just worked from start to finish. It was really, really lovely to work out. But for me, when it comes to wearing this one, I'm sorry, I'm rolling. I'm a rolling. I've got my cowgirl hat. Now I'm happy. Okay. Hold on a minute, let me say. Spring is saying the hat would match her socks she wears when she spins yarn. I need to see them socks. And Kat's saying, Spring, oh yes, about the rain clouds. So you've got it covered up your end as well. And Kathy's saying she's not missing the fringe, to be honest. She's not a fan of fringe personally, so Spring. To be honest, normally I'm not, but that pattern just looked so beautiful with it. And it was something that I'd not done, well, hadn't made a granny square before I made this, or when I started making this. I'd never made a granny square. I'd made one shawl. What else was it I'd never done? Yeah, never done fringing, never done join as you go. Pretty much all of this was a complete and utter challenge, because I'd only really been doing aragurumi and an occasional item, which took forever back then. Sorry, this hat, there we go. Yeah, so for me it was one of these patterns that I picked to challenge myself, because that's what I like to do. If I'm working on another creator's pattern, I want to have something in that pattern that I've not done before, and I want to learn something new with each item that I make, because otherwise to me the craft will just become stagnant. which is why I'm liking the stitch a week, because of course I'm making them up and I'm thinking, oh, what can I do with this? And of course this week's stitch a week is, yeah, is this square. Ta-da! So it works out perfectly if you wanted to have a go at the stitch first and practice the stitch before making the hat. It means that you can. So this one here is just done with 2 colours, but I do explain in the video how you can actually add more. So Spring was saying she's not a fan of fringe personally. Sabrina is saying she's starting my Diddy blanket pattern tomorrow, and she's going to be doing it in blue yarn. Oh, sweet! So a couple of days, and you never know, we might get a picture of that by the weekend. I'm not pushing you though, girl, because I know you've got a lot of other projects on the go at the moment. Kathy's saying yes, that's a different colour. That was in regards to the jumper. Katrina is saying there's not much of a colour match in regards to these. Right, this is why I've stopped using Aldi yarn. Year 1, I brought some red, I brought some black, and I brought some green for the poppies. Year 2, I'm like, right, I want to buy some red, black, and green. I could only get the little miniature balls as part of a pack of 10 little miniature balls, right? And I could only get, I think it's 50 grams of each colour. I was not going to cough up that amount of money for that small amount of yarn. So year 2, I couldn't get it from Aldi, and I've kept a lookout for the red, the black and the green, and the red and the green haven't come back in. And then when it comes to the shawl, I've been looking for the last 3 years for a mint green from Aldi's, because that's where I got it from. And when they had the mint green come in, it was only on, I could only see it online because we had lockdown, so I ordered 12 balls of that one. And then a couple of months ago I found somebody selling mint green on was it Facebook Marketplace. Oh, I've sped round there so quick. I got lost on the way back, but I didn't care. I was so chuffed I got this mint green. But I couldn't say to the lady when I turned up to the door, it's the wrong freaking mint green, so I came back with it. So although I'd used a load for this and for blankets and for this, that and the other, I've still got at least, oh well, there's 4 there, yeah, at least another 8 balls of this horrible one to go. It's okay if it's matched in with a different colour, so it looks really nice if it's put in with a cream or a white or something like that. It would look really lovely, but a solid on your own, no. What was I thinking about when I made that? Oh yeah, I just wanted to try the pattern. Yeah, so in regards to a colour matching at Aldi, you can't do it, which is why the stocks of the yarn goes down super quick, because people that have that know about the Aldi events and know how the yarn is will then grab as much as they need for their projects, because they know that, and maybe a bit more on top, because we know that we can't get hold of those colours again. So much colour there is. Sabrina is saying she needs to make the hat. So is that going to be a hat for you to wear, or are you going to give it to poor Christopher and make him wear it instead? I'm actually in the process of making one in what was it, beige and blue, so similar to these colours. Yeah, these are the Aldi's. I tried to use this to make the second hat for the tutorial, and it was too thin. So it would have been ideal for a kid's hat, but I want a blue and white one for me. I'm trying to talk my youngest into taking this one and wearing it to school, and she's like, Mum, no, don't do it to me, please. And I'm going, wear it to work. She's like, no. I went, I need you to advertise it. She's going, no. And so Sabrina is saying that she needs to make the hat. Spring is also saying me too. Sweet. As I said, the written pattern will be out hopefully tomorrow if I can get the tutorial finished. and then the tutorial will be out in a couple of weeks' time. Kathy's saying she needs to be honest, Liam wears it better. Yes, I know. I need to make one with ear holes. For any of you that missed it, there is one of Liam's photo shoot images. Oh, ugh. Okay, so, but look, doesn't it look cute on him, our little Mad Hatter? There's only the 4 pictures. But yeah, it's a choice. It's just, I just love the pictures. I won't be allowed to frame it, mind, and put them on the wall, but I like the pictures. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, we got a couple of other girls come in. So I will say hello to you girls in a second when I get down the chat. So Kathy's saying that she spins a barefoot when she can. And Spring is saying if she's not in a live with people looking at her feet, then they're bare. And Kim's in. Welcome in, Kim. She's saying hello to me and hello to everybody in chat. Samantha Stewart's popped in with a hi. Sabrina is saying hi. Yes, it's for me. Cool. So that's another photo sometime in the month, girl. Hi, sweet Sabrina. So everybody is saying hello to everybody. And Dark Sky is saying that she loves the shawl, she loves the challenge, but she's not a sewing fan and she hates weaving in too many ends. Just for that, I'm not sure I would want to do it. I'd rather do a different crochet pattern. Well, let me give you a heads up. Each one of these squares is a join as you go. So you've only got 2 ends per square. That's it, just 2 ends per square. And then you've got, of course, when you get to the border and fringe, you've got 1 there and then 1 at the end. So it does depend on how large you want to do it. And what I'd suggest is that every couple of rows you just sew in those ends, and then it's less daunting. There's a heck of a lot less in those than what there was in this one. But as I said, the links to the pattern for the shawl are in the description box and down below. It's by a Pippi Poppycock and the video is by It's Crochet O'Clock. So Kathy's saying she had the same problem with her Zeman yarn. The colour changes every year, but the same yarn. I've used mine now. I had some of that in the box under the table. I didn't realise, but that's been used. That got used on the purple jumper, the Hook Lovers jumper that I did, where I accidentally spelt book wrong. Let me see. Samantha's saying hi to Spring, and Joanne is saying hi everyone. She is in America as well. I'm not daft, I can't say it, but I know where it is. Sabrina's saying, Kim, I'm so happy to see you. Oh crikey, you guys have been chatting. I need to get through this quick. Give me a second. Happy to see you. Hi Kim. Oh, Sam's asked Kim what she's working on right now. Sabrina's saying she loves all my designs. I know you're one of my top fans for them. You make so many of them. It's so cool. Seeing the photographs when you're finished. Kim's working on her cottage core at the moment. Joanne is saying that she loves my hat. It's gorgeous. Thank you ever so much, darling. To anybody that sends out prayers, we have got Samantha. She's asking if we can send her prayers. I don't pray, darling. I'm not religious. I send out positive vibes instead. Is that all right? Kim is saying that she has got some, I can't pronounce that, Kim. She's got some yarn to spin up, or some fluffy fibre, as I nickname it when I see it. I will try to remember, darling. Sorry about that. My problem is putting the whole name together correctly. So sometimes I do end up shortening it down just for ease for me, because the letters bounce about and I have to sit there and try and rejigger them. But Samantha's saying, can I please call her Samantha? She prefers to be called Samantha. I will try my utmost. But just give me a kick up the bum if I get it wrong, give us a kick up the bum. Because I'm the same when I go on to other people's lives. I'm like, call me Poppy, because there's other Angelas, and I get confused. Don't I, Kim? It's like, Kim, don't call me Ange, call me Poppy. So Spring is saying to Kim that she has some more merino nylon coming. Oh, that's going to be a nice blend. Kath has got some raw kid alpaca for the first time. She's washed it, cleaned it. She carded it on Friday. She can't wait to spin it. Are you able to record that? Is that yours at home? Is that for playing with at home, Kath, or are you going to be playing with that at your volunteer place? Kim's arranging with Spring to go out for a spin. God, I tell you what, if anybody didn't know this was a yarny channel, they'd be looking going, what? What's going on in there? There's a bird sitting there with a gay pride hat on, looking like a cowgirl. You got people talking about going out spinning. And Kim is saying that she's never spun alpaca. So Samantha says, what is your first name? If you mean me, darling, it's Angela, but call me Poppy, because I blasé over the name Angela because there's a couple now on YouTube, and it confuses me. I can't work out who's speaking to me and who's speaking to another Angela. So it's easier just to call me Poppy, which is why normally you'll hear me say like the first name of somebody's channel, or I'll try and pick out their name out of the channel. So it's like with Kath, because her name's at the beginning, she gets called Kath. With Spring, I call her Spring because it's at the beginning. Half the time, Knitting Purple just gets called Purple. And who else have we got? And Kim Crochet Knits just gets called Kim. And we've got a couple of girls that will come in later on and their name's at the end of their channel name, so I just grab it that way, because I am absolutely and utterly rubbish with names. The girls will tell you half the time I can't pronounce my own name, let alone some of the channel names that pop in. Right, so where are we? Spring is arranging that date with our cheeky Kim. Kathy's saying that she's not used that yarn yet. Well, not pure, but she has done it in mixes. Yeah, Sam, are you, not Sam, sorry, Samantha, sorry. Kim, are you live on Saturday this week? I'll see if I can catch it. It depends on what time it is and whether I'm awake or not. But you know me, I'll end up playing it while I'm cleaning the house the next day. Samantha, how long are your live streams? It does depend on the crowd and whether the girls that are in get bored of me or not. If they get bored and it dwindles down, there's only a couple of us left. Normally we call it a night then, so it's normally around an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2. I don't normally push it that long, but it does depend. If we're having a good old giggle here or a good old chat, then that's it. We'll just keep going. So Kathy's going to use her the museum's corner and spin it at home. Oh, that's a shame. Can you sneakily sneak your camera in? Just set it up on the side just so we can watch your carding. Any chance? I don't know, sneak into the toilet or something and card in the toilet and record. I only need a 30-second clip, girl, just to keep us going. Alright, so where are we? Samantha is saying that she's working on a mermaid scale and mosaic blanket. Oof! I'm not too sure, because I'm trying to work out what that would look like. Mermaid scale. So that's the stitch, I'm assuming. Oh, no, mosaic. I'm at a loss. I'll have to type that in later and see what comes up. Kathy's saying, haha, proud Kel girl you are. Just stay off Spring's pastures. That's alright. I wouldn't be able to get my leg over on a horse anyway. I tried it once and nearly fell off the other side. Nah, not anymore. I'm too decrepit for that sort of stuff. Okay, there you are. Right, Kim is saying she showed me out. Thank you ever so much, darling. And Spring is saying that Spring is actually her name, so I'm spot on. Sweet. Can't get it wrong. That's what I'm safe on. Where are we going, Kathy? Kim is saying that is a pretty dress behind me. That's actually a shawl, Kim. It's just the way that I've managed to get it on Dora. The link for it is in the description box down below. It is a pattern by Pippi Poppycock, and there is a video on YouTube by It's Crochet O'Clock, and that is the one that I've been banging on about for the last 2 years, trying to get a colour match for the green. But I'm not going into it again. The girls have already heard that story twice tonight and once on Sunday. And 3 or 4 times over the past 2 years. But yeah, if I can, or when I can, I'm going to actually purchase some more yarn. I want to make it again, but I actually want to make it into a long top / short dress. Because it is a really easy pattern to do. It's one that once you get it in your head, you just sit there and watching. Well, I was sitting watching telly doing the last load of rows, and I just had a little cheat sheet down by the side of me so I could go, what row was it? Oh yeah, that one. Boink. And I was off again. Really, really simple. It just looks really stunning. Purple is saying that she's going to Wool Monty Yarn Festival on the 18th and plan to buy fibre. She can't wait. You're in the UK, aren't you, Purple? Whereabouts is that? Because I've not been very lucky at finding yarn events and things like that here in the UK that are close by now. But yeah, I've not been able to really find much, and the ones that I have found have got like 2 tables of yarn or 2 creators, so nothing massive. And I'd love to go to like a big yarn event at some point, like Kath's done in the past. Made me all jealous, she did. But saying that, I'd need to go out and earn some money so I could spend some money. Right, Kim's live, everyone, is 6 PM Eastern, so that's -5 for the UK, I believe. So that'd be 1 o'clock in the afternoon, give or take an hour, because I can't remember if it's Eastern, Pacific, or whatchamacallit that's the 5-hour gap. Spring is saying that she, to Kath that she only spins in her pastures. Kim is saying that she's done after an hour with her lives. I would normally say I'm normally around the hour and a half, aren't I? We're already coming up at an hour. It's gone so fast. I've just been chatting rubbish, haven't I? Done after the hour. Kath is saying that she's going to try filming it. Problem is that she needs an extra hand. I was going to suggest popping your bra, popping it into like your top or your bra, and having it sort of the camera facing over the top and out and down. That way you could like lean over slightly and do it, and hopefully your top will hold your camera in place. That's one way of doing it, I suppose. Sorry, that just popped into my head. I just have visions of you going, I've lost it. Where's my phone gone? Sorry. You'll clout me for that when we meet. Samantha, thank you. You saying that you love the penguin blanket. Now the penguin is actually a tutorial that is out on the channel, and there is also a written pattern as well over on the Ravelry shop. Talking of the Ravelry shop, at this moment in time, it's in that little blue banner that's at the top of the chat. If you pop over onto the Ravelry shop, you can get 10% off by using the code QUEEN, and it's all capital letters. If you use code QUEEN and pop that in when you're signing out, you'll get that 10% off. Nobody's used it yet. I don't think. I haven't checked today. But bless Kim, I gave Kim the code and said, because she's gone and purchased one of the patterns off the shop, bless her, and I gave her the code and she forgot to use it. And I'm like, Kim, I was gonna get you to check it was working. But yeah, so that'll give you, as I said, 10% off of the pattern. So it's not a bad little discount. Oh crikey, I am so far behind. Yes, Kath, it will definitely make a beautiful dress. Spring saying use your feet to hold your camera. Spring thought it was a fitted poncho. Kath is saying that she uses her feet to feed the fibre in the machine, crank the handle or hold the camera. Okay, so Purple's in Yorkshire. Wool Monthly is in the Shenfield area. I'll have to come back and grab that info later. See how far away it is from me. I'm in Gloucestershire, so it's a bit of a area to be actually. Reggie is making a Kath jealous now. She might be going to a fibre festival this weekend. Oh, that's just not fair. She's still close to you. Just tip up at her door at silly o'clock in the morning before you know she's going to go, and then just sit there and go, I'm not moving till you take me. So Purple went in 2019. There was about 75 vendors, and it was the first year. I think though, if I do go to one of these festivals, I'm gonna have to make sure I'm wearing some white cotton gloves. Can you imagine it? I come out and my hands are like all creaked up, my nose will be streaming, my eyes will be going, because I'm allergic to wool. But I don't care. It still looks nice. I just can't touch it, sniff it, or stroke it against my face. Gabby's saying should make some wobbly footage. Actually, talking wobbly footage, I've changed my positioning for where I've filmed the tutorial for this. I'm actually sitting on the sofa because my back was playing me up, and I've got a lump of board and a cushion. Like I've put a cushion on my lap, then the lump of board on top, and then the checkered rug that you see, not rug, sorry, the checkered blankets there, and then I've got the camera hanging over my chair, right, and it's sitting sort of just off to one side of my eye line. So I was sitting there the other night and I was doing this section here. And I'm there and I'm like chatting away, telling you what you need to do for your repeats and everything. And then I've just carried on going, right? And I thought, well, I can cut that out. That's not a problem. I can cut that out. And I realised how flipping fast I was going. It was like I'd put it on ×2. And I'm like, whoa, I really didn't think I crocheted that fast, because normally when I'm watching back my videos, of course, I can't actually see what I'm doing, so I'm having to keep to a steady pace so that the camera keeps up with me and I can guess where the hook needs to be normally. but this time around it was like I could see what I was doing. So that's why I'm saying this tutorial will hopefully be out later on in the week or next week, and the pattern will definitely, hopefully, fingers crossed, be out possibly tomorrow evening or Thursday. But what I'll do is I'll put a thing up on the wall saying pattern released, so you guys know. So purple is 83 miles from Sabrina. Kath is saying, where is Naughty M? I don't know, I sent her a message, but I know she's been a busy bumble. She's been quite busy, so she may not be in tonight because she wasn't expecting me to be live. So Kath is, oh hi Jen, sorry I missed you coming in. I didn't see you sneaking in, honey. Kath is saying that she would go and stalk Reggie, but she got a busy Saturday already. Just under 3 hours from via the M5. Well, I'm actually quite close to an M5 junction, so that's not too bad. But I'm going to be quite blunt, darling. If I was doing that many hours, I'd be heading down to the southeast to see the family, because that's only a little bit shy of Essex time. It's about half an hour to 3/4 of an hour longer for me to get to see the parents. And I know they'll soon tell me off if they find out I've gone to a yarn festival in the opposite direction. Okay, Speedy. Gone Poppy. Oh, you have completely confused me there, Kath. Zippy Hands, a Poppy. I should put... what I was tempted to do was actually just get the whole thing one day. I don't think I'd do it for this one because it's already sitting at about an hour and 10, hour and 20, and that's before adding the information for the brim on. And I've managed to cut down quite a bit of it as well. I was tempted to basically put the whole thing just in one video, no cuts, no edits, no nothing, with a big fat warning label saying Poppy loses it. Because the amount of times I say oh and my mouth motors off on swear words where I've got a stitch wrong or I've said something wrong, the amount of times my mouth has motored off on naughty words is unbelievable with this one. So Spring is saying thank you for the giggles. She's waking up. How's that coffee going, darling? Oh right, gotcha now, Kath. Sorry, I told you I'm slightly brain dead, more than normal at the moment. Okay, Sabrina, have a lovely evening, darling. She's saying she's sorry, but she's stayed as much as she could, and she's gonna have to go now. Have fun, everybody. Have a lovely evening, darling, and enjoy making the items that you're making at the moment. Okay, have I finally caught up with the chat. Oh my word. Springer said, yeah, someone asked her for bloopers once and I replied, absolutely not. That's the thing, if it's on a whip spits and chat, and I'm doing the whip spits and chat and I muck up or I say something that really is daft and I cut it out, okay, but I've sometimes, if it still makes me giggle out of context, then it goes at the end of the video as bloopers at the end. I just don't put anywhere I'm effing and jeffing or swearing, for those that don't know the phrase. Yeah, so it does depend on what's come out of my mouth to whether it goes at the end or not. Honey, I'll be there for hours. Kath is saying bleep them out. It will sound like an Eminem song on the radio in the 90s. No, it would take me longer to it would take me longer to bleep it out because I've got to try and find a button to do the bleep. Because at the moment what I do is if I'm just muck up gently, it's like there was a section in the video that I'm making that I did muck up, and I stupidly said a single crochet instead, what was it, a double crochet instead of single. So when it came to editing it, I cut the video into 3 sections, and one of the sections is either side of the word double crochet. Right, I then put the double crochet on silent, then did a little voice clip saying single crochet. Then I had to find that section in the video to then be able to line it up exactly and put it in. And then I've done a whole nother section where I forgot to talk whilst I was videoing. It was in my head, it just didn't come out of my mouth. So today I'm there and I'm like, okay, so the hands are going like this on screen. So now I'm sitting there and I'm going, right, I'm talking about the squares and how many you've got to do going diagonally. So I've spoken that bit. And then the hands have gone here, there and everywhere. And I just went, what the have I done there? And I was like, oh, I can't use that. Luckily it was just a voiceover. So it wasn't so bad. I just haven't used it, and it's not something I can put as a blooper reel at the end either, because there was too much effing and jeffing on it. But it took me about 5 minutes to sit there and remember what I was meant to have said on that section of the video that I didn't actually talk on. Insane. I'm not going to do that again. My thought was, what I can do is I can sit in the lounge watching telly, crocheting just with the camera going, and then I can cut out what I want, use what I want, and then voice over what I need to. I've decided that's just not going to work for me because my hands on camera are too erratic and it just doesn't match. Spring is saying haha, and exactly. YOH, welcome in. Anita, yes, I think I got the name right, please tell me I have. She's saying, hey crazy Ange, I've missed your lives, popping in for a bit. She's at work. Oh, you sneaky sneak you. Spring is saying, yes, isn't editing so much fun? Not. To be honest, I prefer editing it to having to redo it. And the amount of times I drop a clanger, I will put a word in that for me, my generation of people and people older than me from where I grew up, it's a perfectly fine word. But my daughter's generation, that word means something rude and disgusting and naughty. So I have to cut that out. And it's a choice. Do I pull out all my stitches and redo that section, or do I just cut that little bit, silence it, and voice over? As I said, I'm really chuffed that I've found this voiceover button because it is saving me so much time. Trish is asking, what yarn have I used for the hat? Right, so for this hat I've actually used the Signet Pato Everyday DK. The majority of them are in the little minis, which are, hold on, I'll just grab one of them, because I knew I wasn't going to need a lot, so I thought, well, I'm not going to crack out a 100-gram ball when I've got these sitting here. So it's the little ones by AZDK. It's actually, if you're in the UK, you can pick this up on the Secret Yarn Stash. There's an affiliate link in the description box down below. It don't cost you nothing to use the link. If you spend any cash over there, I get a little bit of a kickback. But as I was saying, these are little 25-gram balls. So for each colour, you are using under 25 grams of each of the colours, unless you decide that you're going to make it in one colour or 2 colours. I'm working on a 2-colour one at the moment, so I'll be able to tell you what the weights are for each of those. But yeah, so I've used the minis, which are the same yarn as these guys here, which is the Signet Pato Everyday DK. It is it's thicker than the Aldi, and it is thicker than Stylecraft for a DK range, but it's what I can get hold of at a really good price here in the UK. It's about the same thickness as, hold on, are any of you where are we going? Pop that bit. I've lost it. I've lost where you were. Hold on. There we go, Trish. Okay, so let me have a look. What have I got? Yeah. It's the same thickness as the mandala. This type of mandala, so it's the same thickness as that. The reason I say it like that is because I tried to use the Aldi yarn earlier, and when I did the first colour match, which is the middle section here, it was a lot smaller, to the point where I actually thought I'd mucked up my pattern, so I had to come back, pick up this hat, count the rows on this hat, check the pattern against what I'd done, just so that I knew it was okay, and it was down to the thinness of the yarn. And if you're in Australia, let me see, is it? No, that's too thin. This is my Australia yarn stash. I need to go and get some more, but I need to go and visit family first. Right, it is the same thickness as, I forgot I had this, I'm so bad. It's also the same thickness as Feels Like Butter. Is it? No, that might be a bit thinner actually. Okay, but anyway, yeah, as I said, I used the Signet Plateau Everyday DK. Right, there we go. And Trish, the pattern for the hat will hopefully be out in the next couple of days over on the Ravelry shop. There will be a tutorial that comes out on the channel in a couple of weeks. And Kathy's asking, YOH, how is a cheeky Miko? Kathy's saying editing over, recording any day. Spring is saying, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Julie, welcome in, darling. I haven't seen you in an age. So Julie Hannesford is coming with a hello. Yes, Kath, I am pretty much the same. I'm getting better though, because that's been my problem for about the last month. Is I can't retain anything short term. It's been an absolute nightmare. So I will literally say something, and then like when I'm recording, I say it and I'm like, have I done it? Have I done it? So what I now do is I play not the clip that I've cut, but the clip prior to that. I will play all of that, and then I will click the camera and then carry on talking as if it was the whole sentence again. It's the only way I've been able to do it, rather than sort of finishing off and coming back later and going blah, 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 because it's just not working for me. So Julie is also saying that she loves my hat. Thank you. It actually goes like that. It's a bucket hat, but I prefer the cowgirl style. Because hats don't normally suit me, so it'll get a couple of wears, but it'll end up back on Dory. I have got a mannequin head somewhere, but it's one of them old hairdressing heads that you use to learn to cut hair on, and she called Nobody, because we got Dory's got no head, and then I got Ed with no body, so she called Nobody. But I cannot find her anywhere, otherwise she would be wearing the hat right now. Trici's saying she'll have a look at the link. I'm assuming we've got a link in the description box for the dress by the side, sorry, the shawl by the side of me. I don't know if I've put the link for Penguin into the description box yet, but if you look on the top of the chat, there is also a link over to the Ravelry shop, where you can get 10% off if you use the code word Queen, all in capital letters, and that's valid till the end of the month. So if you plan to get hold of this one, you can either wait until it comes out, and I will shout when I've put it. When I put it up, I will pop a message up on my YouTube, yeah, on the YouTube page thingy. So hopefully it will notify you all. So thank you ever so much. Yeah, Julie, as I said, it's not a dress, it's just the way I have to hang it. Otherwise you're not going to see it. But I really want to make a dress with that pattern now. It looks so cool. So what's going on? Teresa sneaked in there, didn't you, Kel? Hello, darling. Nice to see you, babes. We got Teresa saying hi. Hi to all that have just come in. Hi, Spring. It looks really cute on you, that hat. Thank you ever so much, Teresa. Right, simple, quick reminder to you girls. I'm not too sure how many we've got in, being nosy. If you can do me a favour, can you all hit the thumbs up? And then after the live, run over to Sunday's Whips, Bits and Chat, because there was a couple of announcements on there that some of you may be interested in. I know why. I'm not telling you. I'm not that evil. But yeah, if you have a nose at that video, some of you will quite like that one. So what are you girls actually working on? Because I haven't asked you tonight. Oh, this hat is getting so hot. I think I should have made it in cotton, gang. Oh, it's that hot. My hair's stuck to my head. Right, so as I said, that is the Pride bucket hat, and that'll be out later on in the month. Okay, so who's up for winning a pattern? One of the winner only ones. This month's winner only pattern is Ohana. And we'll keep it to Ohana because, of course, not many of you got a chance to get your hands on it last month. If you are, yeah, so it's Ohana. And I've written it in two different ways this time. One's corner to corner with the box counts, so it goes on the diagonal. The other one is stitch by stitch going backwards and forwards, so that you can either choose to have it one way or t'other. So it depends on what stitch you want to do in backwards and forwards with. Sorry, my brain's starting to shut down, so I'm going to pull out one of the Old Faithful cards. It's going to be... Oh, it's not Old Faithful. We'll go for one of them. Right, yeah, so I'm going to pick out a card and pick a question in a second and give you guys all a go. Right, okay. So this one's pretty much on topic with, which is insane. It's on topic with the 10% off coupon. Right, are you ready? I'm gonna write start in here, and it's the first one to get the right name. I think we should have enough names for you guys to all type something in. Right, are you ready? So the question is, who was the first member of the Royal British family to appear in a TV commercial? Okay, so I'll say that one again. Who was the first member of the British royal family to appear in a TV commercial? Let's see if I got it right. Oh, okay. Oh no, you guys are all answering me as to what you're working on. Oh my word, I'm so sorry. That's two questions in a row there, isn't it? Okay, so I think some of you are writing in that, and then we'll give the question another go in a second. So here we go. We are getting some ones. Just throw out a royal. Doesn't have to be an A-lister or even a B-lister. It could be a C-lister. And we'll see how you go. All right, I'm going to read a couple of your comments and see what you all are working on. So Spring is saying she's getting up and busy. That's what she was working on. Kathy's saying she's working on Reggie's member-only pattern. Julie is saying that they have another grandbaby on the way, so a baby blanket is on her hook. Oh, what type of a baby blanket are you doing, darling? And congratulations on another one that you can feed lots of sugar to, make them go back crazy, and then send them home. I can't wait for grandkids. I'm going to teach them to pick their nose. I'm going to feed them too much sugar so they go total hypo. And vomit in the car on the way home. As long as it's mum's car, I don't care. Oh, I'm going to be one of them fun grannies. So Katrina is saying, yes, please, for a pattern. Right, so what we got? Sky is working on a 3D stitch shawl by a fibre spider. He does some beautiful patterns, he does. And Spring is saying, yay, congratulations, Julie. Julie says, thanks, Spring. And Jen is working on a top by IVB Creates. And Purple is working on a cushion cover. Right, so here we go. We've got a couple of answers in. We've got a Diana. No, it wasn't her. Kim's got no idea. Teresa's got no idea. Trish is saying Charles. Then we have a Prince Philip. I really should double check. Okay. Right. Then we got a Diana again. A Princess Anne. We got Sarah. Ah, Sarah. Crikey, you're going back some there, Gil. We barely have anything about her in the news of late. Or they have got a new villain to chase now, haven't they, with Megan? It used to be Sarah back in the day, and then before that it was Anne, wasn't it? I think it was Anne that they used to have a pop at. There's always a good royal and a bad royal in the press's eyes. So we got working on a cardigan. Jen is saying the Queen, and then we've got Queen Victoria, Prince Philip, Prince Harry, Zara. Purple says her mum says it's a grandparent's job to say yes when the mum says no. And then we got Kath saying and Meghan Markle. I think you've all had a guess. I'm hoping you've all had a guess. We've got 12 viewers in at the moment. I think we've got it. And we do actually have a winner. And our winner is, I'm just double checking nobody beat her to it before I announce the name. Where are we going? No. Right. Yep. Right. So our winner of the pattern. Have you seen it though? That is the thing, and I don't know if I've got a clear copy of it. Sorry. Our winner is Julie Hannisford, and the answer was Princess Anne. Now it does actually say what the TV commercial is, but it is so small. I might have to put it up at the camera. Oh, it was for Save the Children. That's quite a nice one. So it would have been one of her charities that she supports. Yeah, so there we go, our winner. Oh, I best write winner in there, hadn't I, Julie? So the winner is our Julie Hannisford. That weren't bad going. So you've got a copy, if I can find a picture. I'm trying to pull it up now. Not in there. I've got too many folders, I really have. And the closest I've got is this one here. So it's not brilliant, but it will give you an idea, Jules. Sorry, Julie. Oh. There we go. So that is the pattern. It's available in a corner to corner or single crochet. I can't think what the technique is, but basically where you go backwards and forwards. So congratulations, honey. If you've already got it, don't worry, we'll trade it out for a Vault Pass and you can pick up one of the other ones that hopefully you haven't got. And Julie is saying that was a random guess. It would have to be quite random, isn't it? There's a couple of them and it's like, would they, wouldn't they? So we had a couple of other people coming in with, what do we get? The Queen, Peter Phillips, Prince Harry, Zara, Meghan Markle. Okay, and then we got Trish saying the biggest villain is Andrew. We'll skip that one, thank you very much. That's a trigger for some. Julie's saying it's random, and everyone else is saying congratulations to Julie. Thank you, Spring. Bless her. She says it's a Grafgan style. That's the one. As I said, my brain is not good for long words tonight. It really isn't. So Julie's saying, thank you everyone. Oh my gosh, a boo, granddaughter number 2. I will love it. That she will. And when you do get around to finishing it, babe, send me a picture, because of course nobody's been able to send me a picture of that one yet. There's only been a couple of winners, so it's not really gone that far. It's quite a rarity still. Now in the pattern itself, I also do suggest a colour palette for you, which is from Stylecraft. It's the the Stylecraft DK, because I've actually made a little stuffy of that character, and the colours, those were the colours that I used, and the colours worked really, really well. So that's why I've put that colour palette in there. I hope. I'll have to double check that now I've said it. Yeah, so, but as I said, it's just they're just a suggestion. It's not something that you have to do. So if you can do me a favour, when we get off in a little bit, if you could come back, pop a comment in the comment section down below, and then fire me over an email saying that you're the winner for tonight. And then I can give you a code and we can get all that squared away and sorted, and I can send the pattern over to you ASAP, or maybe tomorrow, depending on how busy you are this evening. That'd be super cool if you could, Julie. Thank you very much. Right, so let's put that back up there before I end up sitting on it and collapsing it. Right, so you've all told me what you've been working on. What are you drinking at the moment? I'm stuck with water. I'm trying to rehydrate. It's been really hot today, so I've not hydrated enough, so I've got a stinking headache coming on. No, thank you, Julie. Thank you. 10 viewers. Wow, got 10 on. I'm quite shocked actually that there's 10 of you on tonight. Because of course I haven't been around for a while, so and I didn't really notify everybody. I really should have put some more effort into it, really. Yes, Julie, you need to come and see me often. The only problem is I've not been here all month, so it's just a case of catching the normal Whipspits videos and things like that. Springy's saying 6 shots of espresso for you, girl, or for me? I've got to go to sleep sometime tonight. Oh, Spring's drinking 6 shots. You are gonna be buzzing. Trish is saying she's on water ducks, on water. Oh, sorry, Sky's on water. Kathy's saying she doesn't have anything near her to drink. Puppies, open the fridge, get her a beer. And Teresa is drinking iced tea. And congratulations, Julie, you won from Teresa. Enjoy that down. Spring is saying she lives on espresso. It won't work if you live on it. But then saying that, I've noticed, because I've been cutting my caffeine down. I've been told to by the doctor. So I'm cutting my caffeine down. I'm cutting everything down. Everything's going boring at the moment. And I noticed that because I'd knocked the coffee on the head, although it's only maybe 1 or 2 cups a day, I was getting migraines. And it took 4 days to shift the migraines. And then as soon as and if I don't have 1 cup of coffee a day, my head's banging for the day. Kathy's saying that she is pinned to the couch because the cat is squishing her. It's a cute cat now. I've seen that. Have you seen? I've seen that cat. That cat is gorgeous. She's got a couple of them, but they're all gorgeous. And Katrina is saying that she is not drinking. Right, so let's get one more question done for tonight. And then, because you lot are all starting to chill out a little bit, aren't you? You're trying to get on with your crochet and you're like, Ange, pack it in. Kathy's saying, yep, caffeine withdrawal is real. It really is. I thought, well, I'm only having like 1 or 2 cups a day. It can't be that bad. Oh, it was. Oh, wrong set of cards. You look. Yeah, you're all my old crazies pretty much. You all know them ones off by heart now. Right, okay. Oh, what is going on with these questions tonight? I can't even read that one. It's because it's blue writing on white background. Right, okay, here's a strange, weird question. If I can read it. I read it once, I can't remember it already. Right, here we go. This is, which island has been owned by Norway, the Earls of Derby, and the Crown? So it's which island has been owned by Norway, the Earls of Derby, and the Crown. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is attempt to put it up. You are looking at the orange, so it's the one that's uncovered. Hold on, is this even going to focus in? I have no idea. Right, okay, so it's the bottom question. Come on, focus in. Oh, why didn't I think of that first? I can now see it. Which island has been owned by Norway, the Earls of Derby, and the Crown? And I still couldn't pronounce it properly. Has anybody got any ideas? Okay. I know the answer to any of you. No, Teresa is not New Zealand. No, Kath, not Iceland. No, not Iceland. Keep guessing. Have as many guesses as you want, girls. Just throw out as many islands as you can think of. But it's an ickle lickle one, though. There's your clue. It's an ickle lickle one. No, it's not Shetland. Favour? Not Greenland? Not Guernsey? Londres? No, not Cuba. Have a go, Joe. Welcome in, darling. It's not Jersey. It's not Skye. We do have ourselves a winner. I was just evil and let you guys carry on for a little bit because you got in pretty quick. And Jenny's saying she'd have to use the almighty Google. To be honest, most of the time I expect you girls to use it because some of these questions that I come out with are so random that you're either going to know it or you're not. And it's not, so it's a case of if you can ask Google, ask Google. But you got to be quick. Right, so our winner this time round was Trish. She got it with her first answer, which is the hold on. No, sorry, Trish. I've got to go back down. I read the wrong one. I'll show you the card in a second. We got Iceland, Isle of Wight. No. Oh, pants. Oh, I hate it when this happens. Where are we gone? Have we got anyone? New Zealand, Iceland. Not the Isle of Wight. Ireland, Guernsey, Laundry, Cuba, Jersey, Skye. There we go. We have a winner. I am so sorry about that. It is actually Have a Go Joe with the Isle of Man. There you go. You are looking at the answer, which is under orange again. There we go. Isle of Man. Oh, you came in at the right time there, Joe, didn't you? Congratulations, darling. If you can wait until this video goes into replay and then pop a comment in the comment section down below. Comments on the live don't count. Okay, you need to come back and revisit the video. Pop a comment on saying, yay, I won, like you've just done. And then find me off an email saying that you're a winner this evening, okay? And then I will give you a code and pop it into your first comment. All of that information is in the description box of this video as well. So how to claim your prize and stuff is in there as well. So everybody is congratulating her. Oh, my eyes going funny. Right, so Julie is saying that she is making the ribbed triangle blanket from Daisy Farm Crafts. It's beautiful and thick and squishy. That's from the new Bubs, is it, babe? You waited a while to tell me that. And Trish, do me a favour, but girl, if you're still here, find me off an email as well. And make sure you pop a comment in the description box down below. Not the description box, sorry, the video. In the comment section of the video once it goes into replay. There we go. Because I did shout you out anyway, didn't I? Okay, so that is it. Let's have a quick recap on the winners. We have got Julie, our Julie Hannesford. We've got our Trish Beard, and then we've got Have a Go Joe. So congratulations, you three girls. At least I hope you're all girls. Sorry if one of you's not. So congratulations to the 3 winners this evening. Remember, if you can come back to this video in a few moments and comment underneath saying that you're a winner, that would be brilliant. And then find me over an email so that you can claim your prize. There are a couple of hoops that you need to jump. The information for that is in the description box of this video. It says at the bottom how to claim. Okay, so if you could read that, that would be absolutely brilliant if you've not claimed a pattern from me in the past. Now remember, the pattern tonight is Ohana, okay, which is the one that I showed you earlier. So let's have a look. What else have you been chatting about? So we got you all going. You're saying congratulations to Have a Joe. Kathy's saying that she loves the Mank cats from the Isle of Man. Oh, they are beautiful. They are. Katrina's saying cup of soup. Anyone? What flavour? Only do tomato. I tried minestrone once. Yeah. I was there brushing my tongue for hours. I was trying to get rid of that flavour. Yep, so Trish is still here and she's saying thank you. Purple wants a cup soup as well. Jen, what is on the mannequin? And that is a shawl, and that is by, the written pattern is by Pippi Poppycock, and there is a video tutorial by It's Crochet O'Clock. It is a very old one though, it's about 3 or 4 years old. And there is a link to it in the description box of this video. I made sure it was there because I had a feeling you girls were going to ask me. And Julie's asking how's Liam. Hold on a minute, I'll see if he's around. Liam! Treat! Don't think he heard me. Give me 2 secs. Liam, come. Treats, come, quick, quick. What's this? Oh, he's being a cantankerous toe rag tonight. How's it go? I'm not a performing puppy, Poppy. peeps want to say hello? Oh, I've just put it by a treat by a pile of things. No, he doesn't want to jump up tonight. Come. Up. There he is. It's taken them ages to remember you was here. Bye. He's like, right, that's it, I've got my biscuit, I'm out of here. Okay, so where are we going? Yeah, no, Liam is doing beautifully, Julie. He's got a bit rounded in the last few months though, because I've not been able to get him out as much as I'd like to. But I'll have it worn off him at some point. We just need to find some new puppies to play with, don't we, that he can chase and or be chased by. So yeah, he hasn't had treats all day or all yesterday, just to make up for the fact that I've got live today and I was going to give him treats. And Kathy's saying that she is making asparagus soup. Oh, I don't know about that one. I like asparagus. I've not had it as a soup though. Up. I'll stick it on my shoulder. I have a go is saying, oh, you're so cute. Dark is saying, oh, what a cutie. Judy says, hi, Liam. And Kathy's saying, hi, Liam. Trish says he's gorgeous. Purple is saying, hello, my lovely Liam. His ears are going like that. He's like, my name keeps getting said. I'm waiting for one word. Not interested in hellos. I want you lot to shout treat. Yeah, yes, Purple, he did run before I got the hat again. Hi, Purple. Spring is saying her taco salad is ready. I can try it. You never know. Liam, come. Up. Up. Right. You want treat? Ready? Hello. That's about as close as... That's the longest he's had it on for a while, though. I've got to be careful because otherwise he'll think it's his and it'll get buried in the garden. Julie's saying I need to make you a matching hat. Oh, the look of disgust on his face for that, Jules. Oh, bless. Right, well, he's popped in to say hello to you all. Thank you ever so much for joining me this evening, girls. It's been lovely, and I must admit I really have missed it. But I am going to have to head off now because I need to get that tutorial finished so that I can get the pattern up so that you can make the hat as well. I should stop calling things crazy in front of it because it makes it a nightmare on the search engine. So hopefully that pattern will be up in the next 48 hours over on the Ravelry shop. And remember, if you want that pattern or any of the other ones over on the Ravelry shop, there is a 10% coupon at the moment, and that is Queen in capital letters. Stick that in at the end when you go to purchase. That'll give you your 10% off. And remember, it's not just corner to corner patterns. There are also cheeky wine box covers. There's a Father Christmas one, and I bet you can guess when the tap comes out. So yeah, there is lots of other items over there as well. And there is also a jumper on there that hasn't got a tutorial on the channel, so you can only make that if you purchase the pattern. Right, so as I said, I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really, really soon. So thank you ever so much for joining me tonight. And I will see you all really, really soon. Ta-ra for now, everybody. Oh, get over and watch Whips, Bits and Chat, because you never know what you might have missed.